Hello, this is the General, and I have an issue that I want to discuss. I'm starting to become more outspoken. I was in D.C. and where they sent me at times. However, there's something that I have been disagreeing with for several months and has gone unheeded by the evil empire and the elite globalists who are sponsoring a questionable person in our country at leadership. Let me set this here. I've got to cover some things up for my privacy. Here is my birth certificate. Here's my birth certificate, Obama. Where in the hell is your birth certificate? Here's mine. It says I'm a natural-born citizen in a specific state in the late 1950s. Certified. I've had to show this several times, including to serve my country and defend and uphold the Constitution and protect the American people. I've had to have this document required for certain licensure. If I had a federal court judge who is not a god but under the law is very important, demand that I submit this document to the court or the nation, I would. I am not a coward. I call it for what it is. If you don't have anything to hide, then show your birth certificate and not proof of a live birth. The Constitution demands any person submit to the Secretary of State a valid birth certificate, not a live certificate of birth. Something similar to this. Yes, I'm raising my voice. It's time we quit being submissive to lies, wickedness, and games. Where is the paper? Show me the paper. The American people, under the Constitution, which is still the law of the land, have the protocol to know you are born as a natural citizen within the United States of America. The Constitution, it means something to me. I was willing to die for it, and I still am. I do not have a commander-in-chief without this, with his name on it, authenticated. Now I can calm down. What are they afraid of? The people that propped him up pushed this through to ignore it. The United States Supreme Court, who's supposed to be all-powerful, swept it under the rug. All for this. What are they afraid of? What are they hiding? Where does his birth certificate say he was born? This appears, without this paper, they have violated the Constitution for one of the most important positions in this country. What kind of mischief are we going to have to clean up, or calamity, if we don't get the truth and an illegitimate government and administration is running the show? We already know you can't trust them. They're going to lie to you. They will mock you, and they're destroying the Constitution. What else is he going to do if he won't show us the paper? Quit hiding like a coward. And what's this? Now I've got to restrain myself. What is this insanity that people that want the Constitution upheld can be on a terrorist list? Then that means anybody that takes an oath to the Constitution to serve and uphold is a terrorist. And now these corrupt turds in Washington want to make it a mental disorder because you're fanatical, you want the Constitution? Call it what you may. But to these men, I'm not taking this down yet. I'm still pissed off about these men and women dying as police officers and military over illegitimate wars. It brings shame to Arlington National Cemetery and the Police Memorial in D.C. And I like visiting. I love going to visit with those souls and let them know I appreciated their sacrifice. They don't like this paper. It's a poor copy. We the people. This is sacred to me. This is all we have for freedom and liberty. And these corrupt bastards in Washington, the globalists, are intent on tearing it up. I would tear it up as a copy, but I think that's sacrilege. You do not tear up the Constitution. You defend it. You defend it for this generation. You bring honor to those men and women. You bring honor to the other people that served. And you preserve liberty, freedom, and righteousness and opportunity for this unborn generation. Obama, I know you won't see this, but there may be an American, one patriot that will see this and ask, show me the paper. If you're willing to show your paper, why isn't he? And I'm not running for office. I'm not a politician. I'm a warrior. What's the problem, Washington? What is the problem? It smells of a stench of lies. That's what it smells like, lies. I consider this to be an abomination, not with his name on it, abomination against the United States of America. To not comply with the Constitution to want that office. And who covered this up? Show me the paper. I will not submit to tyranny. You're not destroying the Constitution. I will not tolerate it. I will lay my life down again to defend the Constitution and the unborn children have a right to be born in liberty. This is my war dog side, and this is not insurrection. This is what the Constitution says we're supposed to abide by. I'm willing to play by the rules, but they're not. I'm willing to sacrifice to make sure this paper, it's not a GD paper. This is special. We're the only country left on this rotten, stinking earth that has the hope of freedom as we have. And they're destroying it in Washington. They're letting the elite, those Wall Street bastards. I'm not the only one that gets this fired up. I hope some others will consider what we're about to lose. We're going to be invaded when they tear this up. They are going to disarm us if they can. Every country that has been invaded, historically, they had to disarm them. Not just firearms, they have to disarm their freedom and rights. When they tear up our rights and disarm us with our firearms, we're screwed. But we cannot allow tyranny, or we have sacrificed what our forefathers fought and died for over generations. And I'm not going to stand here and watch it. Thank you for listening. And I hope more will rise up wanting to see the paper. You stay safe.